It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime. Geno Jones Showtime. So I'm coming to you live. Now I have a new start time. Spread the word for me if you haven't figured it out yet, or maybe you still kind of, some folks may not know the word. It takes a while for the word to get out. So if you've been watching me for a while, if you're brand new, be sure to tell people who have been watching this show. Maybe they haven't tuned in a couple months, and they're like, what happened to Geno? He used to be on at 6:30. No, I'm here, 6:30 Eastern time. Now, 7:30. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I know what I got to do. Well, I need to get that message out more too. But anyway, new start time as of about a week ago, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's about, 7:31 now, going on 7:32. 6:30 p.m. Central time. So Chicago, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, Houston, Texas, New Orleans, everybody Central time, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Louis, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. On the West Coast, live in Los Angeles, and everybody on the West Coast from Seattle to Portland to the Bay Area, maybe up in Sacramento, San Francisco, Oakland, San Diego, Vegas, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. So spread the word. Tell everybody, please tell everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, do me a favor. If you're watching me live, or maybe you're just watching the recorded version, because I record the show live. I'm on camera live right now. It's about 7:33 Eastern time. But as soon as the show's over, the recorded version of the show is automatically recorded. As I'm talking to you now, I'm recording live. So when the live show is over, this episode is immediately on my YouTube channel. So do me a favor, tell everybody, all you group texters, because I know a lot of y'all do the group text message and the whole 9 yards. So jump in your group text and tell everybody, all my sororities and sorority sisters, my fraternity brothers, my Masons, my Eastern Stars. Doesn't matter, even if you're not a part of a sorority, fraternity, just your network, your crew, everybody, whoever's in your group text them and tell them to, if they haven't done it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it's going to help my media company and my business. Well, my media company is a business. I'm about 150 new subscribers from becoming a YouTube partner. That means my media company will get a check from YouTube every month. So to help me grow my business. It's so important we support Black-owned businesses, and it's so important we support Black-owned media, because nobody's going to tell our story better than us. Nobody can tell your story better than you, full stop. And they're not going to tell the truth. They're going to lie about it and project. They're going to project onto you the image that they want you to have, or the image or stereotype or racist trope idea that they have of you. So that's why it's so important that we tell our own story. So jump in that group text, tell everybody to subscribe to my channel. There's no paywall, so it doesn't cost a penny. It's free. Speaking of money, it is so important that we support Black-owned media. That means we got to support it financially. So I would love to have you to be part of the Geno Jones Show family as a sponsor or advertiser. Here's my email address, Geno Jones Show. Like you see it behind me, Geno Jones Show @gmail. All right, that is my email address. Reach out to me. I'll get back to you. I'll get you all the information about sponsorship or advertising. As a matter of fact, let me help you grow your business. We can grow together, and I can help you grow your business, and I'll tell you how, because I got an audience. People watch me all across America, really all across the world. I've had people reach out to me from the continent of Africa, folks in Amsterdam and Paris and London checking out the show. Some folks that I believe was it Singapore, Manila, somewhere. So I got people, but specifically all across America, people are watching the Geno Jones Show. So thank you so much. Geno Jones Show @gmail. Now, you can make a contribution if you want to make a contribution individually, a financial gift, or financially support the show using an individual or your crew or your community, your sorority, your fraternity, your club, Eastern Stars, Mason Brothers, whatever, or your company. So No contribution, no donation, no contribution, whatever you want to call it. No gift, no financial gift is too small or too large. $5 to $5 billion, we'll take it all. Now, $5 billion might be kind of hard. I don't know if it's like you can't really like cash app $5 billion. You have to break it up. Do like an automatic payment. You know how you had like you pay your bills and you had that automatic bank draft coming out. Yeah, you can do it like that. But however you do it. Look, I thank you in advance. People don't owe you anything, so I thank everybody, and I'm so humbled that people think enough of me to tune in and to want to support the show and my media company and help it grow. And while this show and my media company grows, we'll grow together. Like I said, I'll help you grow your business. So you can Zelle me, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. So just go to Zelle. You can type in Geno Jones. Use my email address. GenoJonesShow at Gmail. I'll give that out again at the end of the show, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Or you can Cash App, $Dad G Jones. $, all one word, $Dad G Jones. That's $ capital D, lowercase a D, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES, $Dad G Jones. Okay, the show is interactive, so feel free. You can start a conversation. You can join the conversation in my chat room right now. It's real simple. Just jump in there. Let me know who's watching. Let me know where you are watching. Once again, please spread the word for me. Let everybody know I have a new start time now at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So there we go. All right, so let me get into the show. First thing I want to shout out, because it's been a lot of talk about Tyler Perry. he pissed some folks off so he's been taking criticism because some people say that his movies always depict black women, struggling, having a hard time in some feel stereotypical role. Tyler Perry said that these women in his movie reflected women that he grew up around, his aunts and his mom and people like that. So let me say that. But then he said these the people who criticized Tyler Perry, he called them highbrow. These highbrow Negroes don't get it. That's basically what he said. I'm gonna have that conversation. I'm gonna dedicate a whole episode. We're gonna have that conversation. I want to get some guests on. As a matter of fact, I got some filmmakers in mind. I want to get some people or some actors. We'll have that conversation on another day. But I'm shouting out Tyler Perry and the movie Straw. So shout out to Straw, the movie, and to Tyler, and to Taraji P. Henson, Tiana Taylor, Sherry Shepard, Rockman Dunbar, this brother, you've seen him, and he was, the show on Fox 9/11 that Angela Bassett is on. So before she married this white dude, she was married to this brother, Rockman Dunbar. He's been in a lot of movies. I can't remember his character's name, but anyway, so apparently he came out and admitted to her that he was gay. So obviously that marriage didn't work out. So, but they remain friends because they got a son. I think they got a son. Yeah, they got a son together. So anyway, Rockman Dunbar, Glenn Turman is in there. Back in the day, Cooley High, way back in the day. He was on A Different World. What was he? He was like the sergeant or something for ROTC. And Sinbad, yes, the comedian, my man Sinbad is in the movie. But man, Taraji P. Henson and Tiana Taylor, they took the movie over. They took control of the screen. Oh my God. Their performances was, shout out to Tiana Taylor. I've seen her, she's a pretty good actress. But man, Tiana Taylor, man, you put your foot in this, my sister. And Taraji P. Henson, Taraji is just really, she is so versatile. But it's just any role she plays, she really becomes that character. And she is beyond believable. And she was really amazing. So, yes, it's about a black woman, a single mom that's having the worst day you could possibly humanly have. So I don't want to give the movie away. And So I didn't plan to watch it. So Damaris, she cut it on, so we watched it. And I was really surprised at the end. I was like, wow, this was a good movie. I had to give it credit. Okay. It was well done. People criticized Tyler Perry's writing. I thought it was well written. It was well done. And if the writing was just so, listen, Taraji and Tiana Taylor's performance, it just took over. And Sherry Shepherd, I got to shout her out. She was pretty good too. But I mean, Taraji P. Henson and Tiana Taylor, those two main characters, their performance, it captivates you. It grabs your heart. They really were excellent. So I got to give credit where credit is due. So shout out to Raji and Tiana Taylor and the whole crew. And Tyler Perry, you surprised me, brother. I hadn't planned to watch it, but I got to give you your props. Now, this highbrow Negro, this highbrow Negroes that complain, we're going to have that conversation on a different day. It's interesting because some people is like, well, you don't get it because people expect and they want more from you, but I don't think, like I said, it's not black and white because I get, and there's a lot of pressure on Tyler Perry because you don't have Hollywood is, as a matter of fact, Hollywood wasn't even messing with Tyler. That's why he had to build his own studio. Hollywood is not going to greenlight a lot of movies. Hollywood ain't trying to promote a positive image for black people. We know that. And then when positive movies about black people come out, too many times we don't go and support it. So that's a whole different conversation for a different show. I'm going to save it, but I just had to shout everybody out, okay? All right, I see. Hey, everybody watching me live, please jump in my chat room. As a matter of fact, shout out to my executive producer, my #1 fan. You see Mary Dixon in the chat room. That's my mom. She's my executive producer. She moderates. she like the chat room police. She's the chat room cop. But I love my mother so much. I love you, mother. So thank you. So Tyler did again. My mother's a big Tyler Perry fan. She said, Tyler Perry, keep on making movies. So, and it's not that some of the criticism that Tyler Perry's gotten as a filmmaker and a writer. And then, for a while he had a reputation. He didn't like to pay. He didn't like to pay people. Like he had a handful of actors he would pay because Cicely Tyson, he paid her well. Taraji says she's been paid more by Tyler than anybody in Hollywood. But people who work behind the scenes and some of the writers that's been complaining. I've been here. I know people who I've actually worked with that talked about. Now this was some time ago that Tyler didn't like to pay. So, but this is not a Tyler Perry monologue. I'm just shouting out this movie that's on Netflix. It's called Straw. So let me shift gears. Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA Finals. They beat the Indiana Pacers. It was 7 games. I really didn't watch it. As a matter of fact, at halftime last night, I cut the TV off and went to bed. I do want to shout out Tyrese Halliburton. He tore his Achilles, and I hate to see that. And look, I guess I'll be nice. So congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like I said, I've fallen out with the Lakers. That's a whole different conversation. For decades, I have been emotionally invested into the Lakers. The only time that was somewhat interrupted or I had to share that emotional investment was when the Bulls were winning championships in the mid-'90s with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, because I grew up in Chicago and we had never had an NBA champion until 1990, 1991. And it was just amazing. And to win those 6 championships in 8 years, 3 straight, then Mike went and played baseball. That didn't work out well. But he probably needed a break after his father was murdered, and then he came back and they won 3 more. Dennis Rodman came, and they hated Dennis because he played with the Pistons with Isaiah, and they hated those teams hated each other, and Mike and Isaiah still don't like each other. But they accepted Dennis Rodman, and because Dennis Rodman threw Scottie Pippen into the basket support, and caused a migraine, and they was trying to say Scotty was a punk, but Mike and Scotty say, look, Dennis can help us win championships. Dude, just show up, play hard, rebound, play defense. We don't give a damn how many dresses you wear. We don't care who you dating. Madonna, dudes, animals, farm animals. We don't care. And Dennis Rodman was wild. He was wild, but you know what? He showed up. I don't know what kind of, I don't know what was in that dude's DNA, but he would party hard. And then could come and play with so much energy. That's a whole nother conversation. The Last Dance, but the Last Dance, it kind of goes into it, which is a great documentary about, really it was a documentary about Michael Jordan while he was on the Bulls. They say it was a documentary about the 1998 Chicago Bulls. It was like 10 parts, but it was really like a documentary about Michael Jordan, which is why Scottie Pippen wasn't real happy about some of the parts. One of the episodes, Scottie said it made him look bad because, this my log ain't about the Chicago Bulls of the 90s and the Last Dance documentary. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, you can go watch it for yourself. So I just wanted to get that out the way. Now, let's shift gears. So over the weekend, Orange Hitler, who was the commander-in-chief of the United States military, he ordered bombings, airstrikes, and missile strikes from submarines in the general vicinity of Iran. Now, Orange Hitler claimed that, and that dumbass Secretary of Defense, that little damn near alcoholic ass, need an AA meeting, Pete Hegseth, with his plastic phony punk ass, said, we obliterated the Iranian nuclear enrichment plant. So here's the deal. So nuclear energy can be used in a couple ways, basically. You can use nuclear power to create energy like electricity and stuff. And you can use nuclear energy to create like an atomic bomb. So America's got a lot, Russia's got a lot, Israel's got some other countries, I think Paris has got some, India has got some, Pakistan, of course, Russia and the United States, they have the most. And I'm leaving some other nations out. I think France has got a nuclear weapon. No, Germany didn't. Thank God Hitler didn't have, oh my God. So that's why it can be so dangerous that this dude is got the nuclear codes to something called the nuclear football, which is almost like a big, like leather, like attache case or briefcase. Almost looks like a bowling ball bag. And then the other one just looks like a big black kind of square, rectangularly shaped. Anyway, and it's got the nuclear codes, and then I digress. So Orange Hitler ordered the bombing of these nuclear enrichment sites where he claims. So, and I posted this early on social media. Orange Hitler is the kind of dude that not only will he create the lie, and he's such a pathological liar, he truly in his DNA believes the lie to the point to where he does something that my grandmother used to call out, and it used to really make her, and she really never got angry. Very rarely did she get angry. She didn't cuss. If she said hell or damn, you would just got cussed out. But she would say, you just gonna stick to the lie. That was her phrase. You gonna stick to the lie. And Orange Hitler is the king of sticking to the lie. And he's got his underlings. You can name a bunch of them. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, and some other, just Stephen Miller, basically anybody, J.D. Vance with his little punk mascara wearing ass, the vice president, stick to the lie. He's like, we didn't bomb Iran. We bombed Iran's nuclear enrichment plants. Well, guess what? Iran said, you bombed our country. And yes, their nuclear enrichment plants, way underground in the country of Iran. So yes, you bombed their nuclear enrichment plants where you felt that they were building a nuclear bomb. But those sites are in the country of Iran. So you bombed Iran. So you can try to spin it and bullshit and stick to the lie, but we are technically, without going through Congress, this dude just said, we gonna bomb it. So you started a war whether you want to admit it or not. Now, right before I went on camera, supposedly Orange Hitler claims that Israel and Iran have agreed to a ceasefire. Well, guess who apparently hadn't got that message yet? Guess who didn't know? Guess who hasn't publicly confirmed there is a ceasefire? Israel or Iran. Neither one of the countries. And Bibi Netanyahu, that racist ass prime minister, Trump's twin, the prime minister of Israel, who is bombing, he's leveled Gaza. Just the racism and the hatred of this man. And he used that attack on October 7th to create genocide and attack the Palestinian people that live in Gaza. Because he already killed the leaders of Hamas. So if you were just trying to get at the people who were terrorists and did a horrible and cowardly thing, killing those innocent Israelis back on October 7th of 2023, but two wrongs don't make a right. But that was your excuse because you've always treated the Palestinian people either in Gaza or what they call in the West Bank, just in that region, you treated them like second-class citizens, which is ironic because understanding your own history, Netanyahu, but see, you come from that white nationalist wing of the Israeli people, because the majority of people not with this bullshit. And they want him out, which is a whole nother story. This is not a Bibi Netanyahu monologue, so I digress. But apparently, according to Orange Hitler, I'm gonna look over it, claiming there's a ceasefire between Israel and Israel and Iran so basically this is Israel's fight, because they've said for years that Iran and some of the leaders have said death to Israel, and so Bibi Netanyahu for 30 years, who's been around either in or around the government of Israel, has basically been trying to get the United States to do his dirty work. Now, he did a little bit because they launched some weapons. I think they kind of softened some of the targets in Iran. And I think that was probably the deal. It's like, okay, listen, like the anti-aircraft installations and the anti-aircraft systems that Iran may have had that they could use to shoot down American planes and pilots. For the most part, Israel supposedly knocked out most, if not all of them. So now this is my interpretation. So Orange Hitler said, okay, and he wanted to take credit for it. He can't, everything has got to be about him. Everything. Like now, he claims there's a ceasefire, that Israel and Iran have agreed to a ceasefire. Even racist ass Bibi Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, and he never seen a camera he didn't like, and I haven't seen Bibi Netanyahu in front of no camera on no TV saying that yes, that we, the state of Israel and Iran have agreed to a ceasefire. And I haven't seen any of the religious leaders in Iran, any of the, they call it the mullahs, the Ayatollah. I haven't seen him or any of them on camera talking about, yes, there is a ceasefire. We have agreed to a ceasefire between Iran, us, and Israel. So Orange Hitler just pulls this out of his ass? That's what I'm talking about. Stick to the lie. Create the lie. Make up the lie. Stick to the lie. Now, before I wrap up this monologue, I just want to share this with you. You've got to pay attention. Now, why would Orange Hitler really want to start a war. Well, if he starts a war, then that will give him a little more latitude, not that he needs it, to really, really take over and try to militarize like the local National Guard. Like he's basically commandeered and took over, because the National Guard is controlled by the governor of each state. So now there's a court battle in California because Governor Gavin Newsom has gone to court, and others have gone to court and say, listen, dude, you can't, there is no emergency. The president claims, oh, it's an emergency, so I've got to federalize. That means take over your National Guard and send troops, and then got Marines just standing around. Basically, they're chasing these immigrant farm workers through strawberry fields. But see, now, what they need to be worried about is potential what they call sleeper cells. Like Iran has got some folks here in America that you don't know what they're going to do. But that will work to Orange Hitler's benefit, because then he can say, oh, see, I'd have to send it. There's a national emergency. I got to declare, declare martial law, invoke the Insurrection Act, so I can send the military to whatever city, hypothetically, if there was a terrorist attack. And now they're gonna blame everything on Iran or Muslims, just like they blame everything else on immigrants. Pay attention, pay attention. This is gonna be an opportunity to him to expand his powers and to further take over these state National Guard. Now, you know what's going to be interesting? If it happens in one of these red states, God forbid. But if we find out if there's some kind of terrorist attack and they can really link it to Iran, or if Iran acknowledges it. But what happens if it's in Texas with his boy, Governor Greg Hot Wheels? That's right. Governor Hot Wheels. I called him. You leave a comment in the comment section. Say what you want to say with his racist ass. He wants to take away health care for people who are disabled. And he's disabled. But he got money, so he don't give a shit about other disabled people. So I don't give a shit about him and being politically incorrect. No sympathy, no compassion. You got power. Use your power to help people, not to take away their health insurance and benefits. I could go on about Governor Greg Abbott, Governor Hot Wheels, but I won't. This monologue's not about him either. But what happens, because see, he wants to attack Democratic states that voted for Kamala Harris, California. Now he's messing with the mayor of Chicago, who's ironically a black man, Mayor Brandon Johnson. Now, we have a governor in Illinois. You have a governor in Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. Old money. He was a billionaire before billionaires were popular. They were billionaires a long time ago. They've probably been billionaires for 20, 30 years. That's how old their money is. They're like the billionaires that don't brag about it. You don't even know. Just Google the Pritzker family, J.B. Pritzker, Penny Pritzker, the Pritzker family. Oh, real money, real old money. He's the governor of the state of Illinois. But what happens? See, I want to see Orange Hitler take over the National Guard in Texas or in Florida. Ron DeSantis with his little punk ass. What about Ohio? You got a Republican governor in Ohio. Got a Republican governor in South Carolina, right here. Henry McMaster. You got a Republican governor in Georgia, Brian Kemp. You got a Republican governor in Alabama, Kay Ivey. You got, what's this dude? You got, I think it's not Greg Landry. So you got a Republican governor. He's on some bullshit in Louisiana. You got a Republican governor in Arkansas. What happens if there's a domestic terrorist attack? And I hope and pray because I never want innocent people. Even MAGA cult members, I never want innocent people to be harmed. Because that karma, when you wish that kind of karma, it'll come back on you. But if that happens, we're going to see if Orange Hitler, are you going to take over their National Guard? Probably not. But it's going to be interesting. This thing's going to get very interesting. So stay alert, stay awake, stay woke, pay attention, and keep watching the show because I'm going to keep you informed. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. God, most of all, God, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, new start time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or 6:30 Central Time. So let me moonwalk, let me run it back, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, all right? So Boston, New York City, Philly, D.C., Detroit City, Charlotte, North Carolina, of course here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area, Atlanta, ATL, Birmingham's actually on Central Time, but Florida, Miami, Tampa, Orlando, Atlanta, Georgia, Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Chicago, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Memphis, Little Rock, Arkansas, Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, Nashville, Central Time. Out in Vegas, and everybody on the West Coast, LA, San Francisco, Bay Area, Sacramento, Oakland, let's see here, Portland and Seattle, San Diego, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. West Coast Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, tell everybody you know to please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Subscribe, share, screen grab, rip some of the video. Like, binge watch all my back episodes. Please, please tell everybody you know to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as a part of the Geno Jones family, as a sponsor, advertiser. But your subscriptions, because now it's free to subscribe, but I'm about to cross a threshold to where YouTube will basically give my company a check every month. I'll get a monthly income from YouTube, crossing a threshold of 1,000 new subscribers. So we're right there, about 150 away. So Geno Jones Show at Gmail. But you can just go to YouTube, type in Geno Jones Show, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny, no paywall. It's free to subscribe to the channel. But if you would like to support the show financially, or as a sponsor, advertiser, or just make a love offering, a gift, financial gift contribution, financially support the show, you can do that also. You can Zelle me, Geno Jones Show. Use my email address, GenoJonesShow@gmail, or you can Cash App $ Dad G Jones. It's $ capital D like Daddy, lowercase a like Apple, lowercase d like David, capital G like Geno, capital J like Jones, lowercase o like Oprah, lowercase n like Nanette, lowercase e like Extra, lowercase s like Sam. $ Dad G Jones. So you can, no contribution is too small, no contribution is too large. $5, $5 billion. I know. Probably can't Zelle $5 billion all at one time. Just break it up into payments. You know, just set that automatic payment together. You know, all right, we got to break up this $5 million. So we'll send him, you know, like what, 50,000, and then, you know, just, I don't know, do the math. How many times would you have to hit Zelle to send $5 billion? I don't know, but let me just do the math or call Zelle. They'll let you know. All right, shout out to Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check Allie and her Lexi Jones collection out. It's L like Lexi, X like extra, .N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscores that little dash, LX.N CL underscore. Shout out to Bruce Gage, wardrobe consultant stylist for the show, the Mario Uomo collection and the Flyball collection. Mario Uomo. Mario, you know how to spell that. That's easy. Uomo, U-O-M-O. Mario, M-A-R-I-O, U-O-M-O. Mario Uomo. That's an Italian surname, in case you're wondering. It's spelled Uomo? No, Uomo. The U-O is like got the what sound. Italian, all right? And shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check him out on Instagram, Kelby Cutting Up. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. Kelby Cutting Up. That's him on Instagram, Kelbecuttinup. I love you, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you missed any of the episode, go back and watch it. Please copy the link. You can copy and paste it in an email. You can copy it, you can share, you can copy it, or you can just tag the show. You can put it in a text message, whatever you want to do. Carry a pigeon, spread the word, tell everybody to subscribe to the channel, to financially support the show at Zelle, Geno Jones Show at Gmail, or Cash App, support the show financially, $Dad G Jones, all one word. And the next live edition of this show right here, the Geno Jones Show, is going to be Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. See, I had to catch myself 4.5 years. Coming on 6:30. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Central Time, Chicago and everybody on Central Time. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Live in Los Angeles, everybody on the West Coast. Vegas, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I love you. We'll see you live Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.